Well, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This was an idea that I got from a video by Melinda Murphy. So I would like to just give Melinda a shout out. I don't know if it was her idea originally. I think she was taking it from somebody else's video. Maybe there was a tag going or a contest or something. But I would like to pass this along to anybody watching this who might want to join in, who makes videos. Join in. The idea is basically uh, five songs you hate from five bands that you love. And I thought that was a really interesting idea. Now, as I was doing this, it was really hard because there are, songs that I dislike or songs that I think are kind of lesser songs, but I don't necessarily hate them. But I found some here that I kind of hate. It took a while to think about it and to come up with candidates, but I finally did. And I have to cheat a little bit because I'm going to call it five artists because I was thinking of bands and it was difficult. Like I was thinking of the Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones, but I couldn't think of a song I really hate by them, and so on, stuff like that. But I think I did enough between a regular artist, single person, and band. Okay, so by the way, before I start, I just want to say this isn't really just a matter of songs that I don't like. Okay, this is songs I actively hate. Okay, so here we go. To start with, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is their 1986 album, Good Music. I really love Joan Jett, but even though I enjoy this album, there is a song on here that I despise. Okay, it is probably my worst Joan Jett song, and I actually skip the song. Even if I don't like a song that's playing on an album, I'm the kind of person, I believe that an album is kind of a whole idea. It's like presenting songs in context, and I like to play an album all the way through. And very rarely will I skip a track. Even if I don't care for it that much, I'll let it play. This track I always skip. As a matter of fact, after I thought about this, I played the CD in my car, and as I always do, very rarely, when the song came up, I skipped it. It is a song called Black Leather. But please do not get that mixed up with the cover song done by the Runaways, because the Runaways, Joan Jett's first band, did a song called Black Leather. That's not the Black Leather I'm talking about. That Black Leather I absolutely love. I'm talking about the solo track on the Good Music album, Black Leather by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. It is a rap song, a crap rap piece of garbage, where Joan Jett, of all people, actually sold out and caved into the rap scene, I guess, which astonishingly, I always say, is still not dead. How is everything else dead? Doo-wop is dead, disco's dead, new wave is dead, punk is dead. Everything's dead, but rap, crap, still is around. How is that? All right, this is not a rant video, but sometimes you get carried away. All right, the song here, I don't have it in front of me, but I think there was an artist. I was going to look it up before I made the video. I didn't bother looking. I think there's an artist called, I use the word artist very loosely when it comes to rap, named Scorpio, who is in the song. So not only does, yes, Scorpio, I see it back here. So not only does Joan Jett sing this song, with stupid lyrics like black leather, I wear it on stage, black leather, I'm going to wear it to my grave, black leather. I don't care, something about, I'll wear it anywhere because my name is Joan Jett and I don't care. Get the hell out of here. Plus, you have Scorpio coming in and he talks, yeah, well, it's true, and he comes in and starts his nonsense. I hate this song, Black Leather. Okay? I can't believe Joan did it. Anyway. All right. Next, I have the Four Seasons, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I love Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, excuse me. But, I haven't heard every song they've ever done. I'm talking about, I like the songs we know, the biggies, that kind of stuff. So I like the Four Seasons. But a lot of people who've watched my videos on a regular basis probably know where I'm going with this, okay? There was a cover song, a Bob Dylan song that was covered by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. They did it as the Wonder Who. And that's no surprise to me. They didn't call themselves the Four Seasons. It is an absolutely deplorable, stinking version of "Don't Think Twice, It's All Right," Dylan song. And I think it's called, just the shortened version, I think it's just called "Don't Think Twice" on the single by the Wonder Who. Okay, and the story that I heard was that when they were recording this song, there was tension in the studio, so Frankie Valli thought he'd loosen things up a little bit. So he kind of did a deliberately jokey vocal on it. It sucks, let me tell you that, okay? Ain't no use to me waking all the time, babe. If you don't know about love, don't think twice, you're alright. Stupid stuff he does. It is the stupidest freaking song. I can't stand it. It is the worst thing that I've ever heard the Four Seasons do, Frankie Valli do, you know. It makes me sick. Don't think twice. It's all right. Do me a favor. Do think twice about recording absolute vomit like that. Okay? So, okay. Blondie. Love Blondie. You know, love me some Blondie. And this particular album, I always pull out every time we talk about our favorite albums of all time. This album in particular, Eat to the Beat, released in 1979, is absolutely one of my personal favorite albums. Okay? One of those albums that every track is a winner, except for one. Great new wave album. Really captures that feeling of like the late 70s, early 80s. There is a god-awful track on here called Victor. And I don't know what they were thinking. What was Debbie Harry thinking? Oh, and then she just starts screaming, "No! I don't want you to go! No! Leave me alone! Don't leave me alone!" Whatever the hell she says, I don't know. I'll skip this track too. Okay, and again, I don't skip tracks. Even if it's one a little underwhelming, I let it play through. No. This is going. I don't know. There's no melody to this. There is nothing of any kind of music quality in here. It's just her screaming, "No!" And all this kind of crap. What do you know? I don't know what gets into the heads of these people. Yeah, I'm all for a little avant-garde. God knows what the stuff I like once in a while by the Beatles and John Lennon. But you know, crap is crap, and that includes some experimental albums that John Lennon did too. You know. I'm an equal opportunity hater for certain things. Okay, but I hate that song, Victor. Absolutely destroys the flow of a great album. Okay, the Beach Boys. Now, you know, I don't really have, let's see, the album that this song is on. A lot of people also who are familiar with me are going to know where I'm going with this. In some cases, like with the Four Seasons album and this Beach Boys album, the songs that I hate are not on these albums. I'm just representing the artists with these albums. I'm just trying to have something to show. Now, first of all, the question comes into play whether or not I actually love the Beach Boys. I mean, I'm hit and miss with the Beach Boys. I like the Beach Boys, but I will say I love their hits. I love the classic early Beach Boys. We all know I'm not a fan of the Pet Sounds album. Okay, we know this. But as much as I'm not a fan of the Pet Sounds album, really, except for three songs, those three, you know, God Only Knows, Wouldn't It Be Nice, Sloop John B. I like those songs. The rest of the album, I really got to the point I don't hate the album, you know. But there is one song the Beatles, whoop, edit. One song the Beach Boys did, we'll get to the Beatles in a bit, Beach Boys did that I cannot stand. It is a cover song, again, and it is a cover called Rock and Roll Music, you know, the great Chuck Berry song. Just let me hear some of that round game. And the Beatles did a version of Rock and Roll Music, a kick-ass version. What a lame, lethargic, laid-back, dull, boring, sleepy version. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll, rock and roll. go any old way you rock and roll. It's got a backbeat. Is this rock and roll? Are we supposed to be rocking here? Or we sleep? Rock and roll? If you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me. I hate the Beach Boys version of rock and roll music. Dolesville. Cannot stand it. So it's on my hate list for songs I hate from a group that I love, okay? Now, I mentioned the Beatles a little while ago. I said, I have to do something for the Beatles. I mean, let's be fair here. Sorry, folks. When it comes to the Beatles, I do not hate any Beatles song. There are songs I do not like as much. There are songs I think are above average. There are no terrible Beatles songs to me. I know you're going to write in. Go ahead. Be my guest. It's your call, but this is my video. So that's why I kind of tried to put artists, not just bands. So I figured let's do an artist. That way I can include Paul McCartney. Okay, so I decided to go with Paul McCartney, who I love. He has 3 songs I could think of that I could say his worst songs or his least songs. And out of those 3, I didn't know which one to go with. I'm going to tell you the runners-up. One of them, of course, is a song called Get Enough. Get Enough was released, I think, beginning this time last year. It's from Egypt Station Sessions. It's pretty poor, but I do not hate it, believe it or not. It doesn't cause me irritation. You know what I mean? I may not like it. I mean, I think it's poor, but it doesn't cause me irritation. Another one that I do kind of hate, is one I was going to use. It's a song called Secret Friend. Secret Friend is from the sessions or recording experimentations, I should say, for what became the McCartney 2 album. I love the McCartney 2 album, by the way. I love that experimental stuff. I even like bizarre tracks like All You Horse Riders that Paul McCartney did from the experiments that produced, the stuff for McCartney 2. But I decided to go not with Secret Friend. See, Secret Friend is a bore, man. I can't stand Secret Friend. But I think I despise this song the most. And here it is, folks. We all stand together. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And I love the video when you see Paul over there. He's like, singing, oh, we all stand together. Whatever the hell he's doing. Paul, this is why you get it from people. Now, look, before you all get your panties in a bunch, I'm going to say right here, I realize it's a kiddie song, you see? It's for a cartoon, It's for an animated featurette, Rupert and the Frog song, okay? I get it. Hate it. I make excuses a lot of times. I'm good for that too. Elvis Presley, who almost came here, he's got enough detestable stuff, But I'm always saying with Elvis Presley, some of his movie songs, there's a lot of fodder there for ridicule. But however, within the context of the movie, I could like some of Elvis's songs. So first time I ever had the misfortune of hearing "We All Stand Together," aka the Frog Chorus, aka the Frog Song, was on this CD compilation, Paul McCartney, All the Best, and it collects a lot of tracks that are popular and maybe were hits. But this is a UK version. In the UK, amazingly, We All Stand Together was kind of a hit. I don't know if it was number 3 or 4 or something like that. It was kind of popular. So if you buy the US version of this album, you're spared this thing. But if you buy the UK version, you have to endure it, unless you skip, which I do. Like I said, folks, I get the idea behind it. I just think it's embarrassing, stupid, silly. It doesn't do Paul's reputation any favors, especially when you're listening to it just on a CD by itself. Like, if you listen to the song on its own and out of context of the film, it especially makes it tough going. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. And there is a very interesting outtake from this session that I'm going to have in my next bloopers video. So please check that out. You won't believe it. Take care.